Hi everybody, it's Michelle here again with birthuhura. Here at birthuhura, I am a full spectrum plant-based holistic doula and an advocate for all things safe, natural, and effective. Here on this channel, we discuss all things pregnancy, birth, and womb health related. So if you guys like the content and you like what you hear on the channel, please be sure to subscribe. Today's topic is going to be addressing a frequently used phrase that I just do not agree with. These phrases or these sentences I just will not tolerate when it comes to my clients, especially because they're usually said when something negative has happened. My goal as a full spectrum holistic doula is to avoid situations where this will need to be said to my clients, but it's not going to happen every single time. You are going to run into situations where they do not have the outcomes or the results that you wish for your client. It's just going to happen, especially if you're doing births and you've been doing this for a while. You're bound to run into something that you are not going to desire. But I will not accept this, and I will not tolerate these terms when it comes to my clients. And here's the terms that I'm going to say. So the terms or the phrases, the phrase, well, at least you had a healthy baby, or all that matters is that you had a healthy baby. These two things are often said when something negative has happened. It's always done when maybe a mistake was made. Maybe it's trying to justify someone's actions. When a woman's birth is traumatic, when she has not been able to experience her desired birth preferences or her birth goals. So she has come into the birth space, whether that be a birth center, whether it's your home or a hospital. Because sometimes, we plan to birth at home, or someone may plan to birth at home and it just doesn't go that way and they have to transfer to the hospital. Or sometimes you plan to do a medicated, as natural as possible birth at a hospital and it does not turn out that way. A lot of times we hear these phrases or this thing being said that all that matters is your baby is healthy. And while that is a big part in what we desire to do as women, is to birth our children and make sure they get here alive, safe, and healthy, that is not all that matters. We have to start taking accountability for actions. We have to start taking accountability for things that may go wrong that you may have directly had something to do with. And I'm not particularly talking about anyone in specific, but a lot of the times when we birth in these hospitals, or we go when we birth in these spaces that may have medical providers, even midwives. All midwives are not created equal. We run into this, and I don't like it. I heard that being said to a client of mine recently, and I had to stop this nurse and let her know, you will not try to coerce my client into getting a procedure that she absolutely is afraid of. You will not try to coerce her by saying, all that matters is that we get your baby out healthy. You will give her all of the proper, information that she needs to make a sound decision, because they will play on your emotions. People will play on your emotions. Most people know that a woman is going to die for her child if she has to. She is going to put her child before herself no matter what. So when you say things like whether it be before the child is born or after the child is born. When you say things like, well, all that matters is your baby is healthy, that puts a band-aid on the situation, but that does not address and allow mom to unpack the things that have happened in the birthing process. If she was coerced into doing something, and when I say coerced, I'm not saying that somebody put a gun to her head and say you are forcing her to do this. I'm saying that sometimes we are hit with information like, well, your baby is looking like it's weighing at or he or she is weighing at 9.5 pounds. If your body is not going to be able to push this baby out, and your baby might go into distress, and you could lose your baby could die from shoulder, all of this other stuff. And it's like she's left there with the, oh my God, I don't know what to do, my baby could be in danger, let's just do whatever. Like, now she's making decisions based off of someone else's opinion. Now let's say that the baby is born 7 pounds, healthy, 7-pound baby, come out beautiful, healthy, normal sized baby. And now she had just have to been induced and cut and C-sections and all of these different things for absolutely no reason. And they justify these actions by saying, well, at least your baby is here healthy. But you consented to this because they gave you information that you used to make a decision, and now you sign off on this paper, and there's really nothing you can do about it at this point. We have to start holding people accountable. You have to say, or someone has to be in your corner to say, no, you told me this. You gave me this information, and based off this information, look at what has happened. How could we have come to a different decision? How can we fix this? How can we make sure this does not happen to the next woman? We got to stop saying that all that matters is the baby is healthy, because mom matters. The woman matters. She has to connect and bond with this baby. She cannot go home reliving over and over again the trauma that she has just lived, and nobody will hear her because they will say that she's complaining, or they will say that, well, your baby is not dead, and they will say that, well, it's okay, you're going to heal, you're young. They will tell you all of these things, and even not even just the medical professionals, but your family, and they'll say, oh, well, I had 2 C-sections and I'm fine, and all of these different things, and all of these people and everyone is around you is justifying what has happened, when you're left feeling so furious, angry, empty inside, because you feel like you have been robbed of something. You feel like you have been forced into something. You feel like things could have been different, and no one wants to take accountability. No one wants to be responsible. No one wants to really care about these things. It's just an in and out thing. You gave birth. It's time for the next woman to give birth. No, we have to stop this. I personally will not allow anyone in my presence to say that without politely addressing it. I will not allow that phrase to be spoken to a client of mine, a sister of mine, a aunt of mine, a friend of mine. I won't, because I feel like you are undermining her. You are not giving her the space and the opportunity to speak about her feelings. You're not apologizing. And sometimes it's just that simple to hear her out and to take accountability and to go on and fix what you have done so that the next person does not have to go through that. And this is why us doulas have to fill in these gaps. We have to step in these spaces, in these places, and really do a great job in teaching our clients how to advocate for themselves, teaching them how to speak up when they know and feel that something is wrong, because this is unacceptable. We have to stop doing this. Women every day, especially Black women, are victims to this so very often, and it's normal. It's being normalized, and I just think it's really disgusting. So that's my take on that. I really wanted to speak about that because I was recently in a conversation in a mom group, and I seen so many people justify it for themselves. It's a trauma response. They have justified it for themselves. It says, and will type these words. Well, as long as my baby was born healthy, then that's all that I care about. And really, in actuality, it's not, because you wouldn't be here in these mom groups and in these spaces sharing these stories, sharing these traumas, trying to connect with other people who have been through something that you similar. Like, you want to know, did this just happen to me? No, you are not alone, but we do need to address this because we want to go the opposite way. We don't want more of these stories. We want less of these stories. We want less of the at least the baby was healthy and more of look at mom thriving after that baby has been born. That's what we want more of. That's why we are here. So I wanted to discuss this because I see so many people say, you know, as long as my baby was healthy, or the doctor said, as long as my baby was healthy. And I'm just like, no, baby, you and baby need to be healthy. You and baby need to be safe and sound and unharmed after the birthing process. So that's my take on it. I hope you found something helpful, something useful. Please share your story. If you have a story, please comment. Please, this is a community, and I want to build a community where we could come together and share these types of things and these stories, whether they be, obviously we want to warn people, but whether they be positive or whether they be negative, because both situations can be learned from. And yes, so I will see you guys for the next video. Please reach out to me if you have a topic that you would like me to speak about, or if you want to dig more into this one, at birthuhura@gmail.com. Again, I'm Michelle. I'm a full spectrum holistic doula at birthuhura, and I will see you guys for the next video. Peace and pregnancy deaths.